you are what you eat, and the level of energy really depends on what you eat and what time you eat and how you eat. And so it's all very important. And so I am on my page just inspire people to trust the fruit and to thrive on fruit and on all the greens and vegetables and all this, sun-ripened, amazing, treasures which are made for us by nature. And there is no need to go and buy anything from package. It's easy, it's convenient, but if we look through nutrition, through what you definitely need, and it's, good calories, good vitamins, all the enzymes, everything, and fruits and vegetables and greens, they all have it. It's fully cooked for you by sun, so you don't even need to cook it anymore.
Welcome to Here for More podcast. I'm your host, Natalie Kraus, and this is the show where we're as passionate about personal growth as we are about saving the planet. We know that life's not just a list of boxes to check off, and we don't sit around just waiting for lightning to strike. We are action takers. We're proactive, passionate, and determined to massively impact this earth and the people on it. For as much as I've already learned throughout my own life, I know there's a lifetime more to go, which is why I'm taking this journey right alongside you. We can do the hard things we dream of. We can answer our soul's deepest callings, and we don't have to do it alone. Our journey towards greater purpose, fulfillment, and joy evolves just as we do. It starts right here, right now, and again tomorrow. This is what it means to be here for more. Hey you, do you have any plans December 11th to 18th? Join Jess and I as we host our very first surf and yoga wellness retreat this December in Troncones, Mexico. We still have space left, but spots are filling up quickly. So if you're interested, the link is in the show notes. Go check it out for more details and to learn how to register. You do not need any surf or yoga experience. This is catered towards whatever level you're at. We're working with wonderful surf instructors. I'll be teaching some of your yoga classes. It's just going to be a really awesome experience. Jess and I are so excited, and the humans that are already signed up are super excited as well. The only thing that's missing is you. So go check out that link. Feel free to DM me on Instagram if you have any questions. We would love to see you there. Welcome back to another episode of Here for More podcast. I'm your host, Natalie Kraus, and I have with me today Lena Ropp. She is the founder of Pure Vegan Food, and she's also a raw vegan chef. I found her through Instagram and was mesmerized by her beautiful fruit and vegetable creations. And being someone who's fully plant-based myself, this is someone who I'm really drawn to. And so as I started to learn more a little bit about Lena, we learned that we live on the same street here in Encinitas, California, which is just wild, first of all. But we also have a lot of similarities. But Lena, thank you so much for being here. You have so much knowledge that I'm excited to learn from you and have you dive into a little bit on today's episode. So will you just start by giving us a little bit more background about who you are and what you do?
Oh, sure. Thank you so much, Natalie, for having me. Such a pleasure to talk to you and expand about raw vegan food and about what I'm doing. So thanks so much for a beautiful introduction. I'm a plant-based chef, and I've been in all this beautiful, raw cuisine for 7 years already, 7.5 actually. And so what I'm doing, I'm inspiring people all over the world, all my followers on Instagram and, through my mailing list and through my ebooks and classes I teach online. I inspire people to make healthy choices. And it's so easy, actually. And some people think it's not easy. And so my mission is to show people how, everything is in your hands, and you can make these delicious, beautiful, easy, containing of just a few ingredients recipes. And sometimes you don't even need any recipe. You just need fresh, beautiful fruits, berries and greens, and make, just a fruit platter, which is delicious, yummy, and awesome. And definitely everyone can make it. You wash your berries, you wash your fruits, you slice it, you cut it, or you just crack open with your hands, and you have a meal in front of you. And so that's my mission, to inspire people not to be afraid of fruits, not to be afraid of any sugars. Just it's all about right combination. So there are some, simple rules how to combine, what to combine, and then you will feel full of energy, you will feel happy, you will be glowing, you will always, just ready to go and do the most exciting things in your life, because your body is just so happy with what you put in your body. And we all know that you are what you eat, and the level of energy really depends on what you eat and what time you eat and how you eat. And so it's all very important. And so I am on my page just inspire people to trust the fruit and to thrive on fruit and on all the greens and vegetables and all this, sun ripened amazing, treasures which are made for us by nature. And there is no need to
Yeah.
go and buy anything from package. It's easy, it's convenient, but if we look through nutrition, through what you definitely need, and it's, good calories, good vitamins, all the enzymes, everything, and fruits
Mm.
and vegetables and greens, they all have it. It's fully cooked for you by sun, so you don't even need to cook it anymore. And yeah, so kind of that's what I share. And I have my ebooks with all the recipes, and I'm so happy to that people are interested in them, downloading my recipes, they using my recipes, and it's for me like the biggest joy, seeing that okay, one person more, doing this. And so little by little, changing, not changing the whole world, but little by little, with one food at a time, just giving people this really, idea that you can be so healthy and you can be so happy and you can have all the energy you want just eating this way. Yeah. And lots of people try, and they really see how they influenced, and it makes just me happy that yeah, I've been influenced a little bit, somebody, some families, some kids, some
Yeah.
couples, and it's just amazing. It's wonderful. Everybody knows that fruit is good for you, but not everybody's eating fruit, for different reasons. People are just afraid of fruit. They think it's all sugar. So I'm here to help and navigate a little bit, and yeah, to help be more open and more trust into nature made fruit for us. It's our natural food which we've been eating since day one. And nothing wrong with fruit at all. It's
Hmm.
just the way we eat it, the way we combine with other foods, to feel the benefits, or
Yeah.
to feel other side effects. Lots of people, they, let's say, eat fruit and they say, oh, I'm bloating and I have diarrhea or whatever. That's because they've been eating these fruits after all this cooked, processed, or very fat foods.
Mm.
Yeah, so fruits has to be eaten separately,
Yeah.
in first thing in the morning, or in my case, as we are all on fruits, so we eat fruits during the whole day, but we don't eat any processed foods, and we don't like fry our food in lots of oils. And if we eat some fats like avocado, seeds, and nuts, we eat them at the end of the day with salads, and then it's a good combination when
Mm.
you eat, let's say, avocado, seeds, nuts in small quantities, but with big salad. So we don't eat our seeds and nuts and avocados with our fruit.
Yeah.
So when we eat fruit, it's in the morning, just
Mm.
in the morning, during the day. It can be smoothies, it can be fruit platters, it can be fruit juices, but it's not combined with fats. And lots of time people, have this mistake of combining fats and fruits, and then it's not a good idea at all. Yeah, or combining fruits with some, processed or deep fried, um,
Mm.
other foods. So when you eat just fruit, just
Yeah.
solely fruit, it makes miracles for you. And for lots of people, what is eating fruit? It's like eating one apple or eating, let's say, one mango. Fruits, actually, you eat, a plate of fruit, like this much, then it will give
Yeah.
you all the calories you need, it will give you all the vitamins, all the energy. So it's not about eating a little bit, as a side dish or as a dessert. It's like having like a big fruit meals. So that's why, when you see, let's say, pictures on my
Yeah.
page or on other fruity people, you would see, let's say, a plate of 5 or 7 mangoes, depending on size of the mango, and it's a full meal.
Hmm.
Or you see like people eating
Wow.
half watermelon or whole watermelon. So when you think of watermelon, you think it's just like, oh, small something hydrating, but it's really, if you eat a big amount, it really gives you energy and calories and all the vitamins and everything, and you feel awesome. The thing is, fruit has lots of water, and so
Yeah.
mostly eating lots of this fruit. So you eat all this fruit, but then it's kind of it's water, so it hydrates you very well. Your skin, your hair, your
Hmm.
nails, all your body, everything goes so well. Digestion is just like healed. Like lots of people nowadays, they have like anticipation and all kinds of these problems. If you start eating fruit, it all disappears, and
Yeah.
it disappears not in a week or in a 5 months. It disappears like the same day or the next day. So it's really such a healing way
Wow.
to solve, like, if you have pimples, if you have digestive issues, if you have any like bloating, any diarrhea, any extra weight you're carrying and you don't know how to release it. So like, or if you have like
Hmm.
tiredness all the time, or if you after food feeling you want to go and lay down instead of doing stuff. So like, all these things, they just disappear
Yeah.
as soon as they trust fruit. They just disappear. Seriously, you start feeling awesome, and it doesn't matter how old you are. Like in my family, we have my mom 69, my husband 49, myself, I'm in my 40s. 40s, just turned 40 actually. Yeah, and my kids, and we all fully raw. We all fruit based. We doing lots of fruits. We doing lots of greens. We doing lots of vegetables, and limited amount of fats. And all of us, full of energy, and always happy and always busy with something, because you have so much energy, and your mind, is so open to all kinds of stuff, and you like just always like
Yeah.
being busy, because you feel excitement, you want to do things, you want to achieve, you want to explore, you want to learn. So it's such an amazing like energy level, which I really would love to share with the whole world. I wish I don't know, for a week, or
Yeah.
for a week, I think it's a good time. Like the whole world will turn, like this high energy, feeling, and then make a conclusion, and maybe stay
Yeah.
for longer, and maybe doing this for longer. Because it's really amazing feeling. And so as soon as I reach this amazing feeling, you don't want to lose it. You just want to be in it. You want to be in it. You don't want to. And people say
Hmm.
like, do you have any cravings or something? Hard to say, if there are like, I have cravings to eat like a mango or to eat durian. I have cravings for this kind of things, like which are
Yeah.
sweet, fruity, and delicious and amazing, or some exotic fruits,
Right.
like this kind of stuff. But not like, I don't have cravings to eat, let's say, pasta or to eat French fries. I mean, I never kind of like this stuff at all. But I don't have these cravings. But at the same time, whenever you have some idea, okay, I want something this and this, just go and eat some amazing fruit, but make sure it's fully ripe, and make sure it's
Yeah.
sweet, make sure it's not like, you buy mango, they're hard. They have to be on your counter for at least a week, so they
Mm.
get softened, and so then they are sweet, they're delicious.
Yeah.
Same with pineapple, same with papaya, same with almost any fruit, like even pears. You buy them, they're
Right.
kind of like nice, but you need to leave them on the counter for a few days, so then they are soft and nice, and you can experience all the flavor and deliciousness. And yeah, it's do you like the
Yeah.
fruit?
That's amazing. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for that wonderful overview of what you do and of a raw vegan lifestyle in general. I love fruits. I love it so much. And it has been, I'm glad you said that. It has been something that throughout my childhood as I've grown up that I've heard, whether it be from my parents or from other people, of it being too sugary or too many carbohydrates, or it's fast sugar, and so it just goes right through you or something, like, and so you start to hear these things and you think about it. And I've definitely felt that in my own life when I've had a meal and then I've had fruit and not realized the reason that I got bloated.
Hmm.
I never could connect that before, and now that I've learned about food combining a little more and how foods have different digestion rates, it makes so much sense. And so hearing you say that too, it makes so much sense why we're having these issues. Oh, and I love what you said, that having our food that's cooked naturally, it's cooked by the sun. I've never heard that before, and I love that. So
What can be
I would
better?
love
Yeah.
you.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, exactly. I would love to hear how you started down this path,
Yeah,
because I
sure.
know that, you said it's been about 7.5 years. So what was it like before, and what got you into this lifestyle?
Yeah, it's an interesting story. I was born actually in Kazakhstan. So it's a country far away, East
Okay.
Asia. Was born there, raised there, and we always had our summer garden. Where we would grow all our food, and there are 4 seasons. So this food will feed us during the whole autumn, winter and spring till it's summer again. And so we've been, I had this idea of growing your own food since I was very little, and it was awesome. And it was what
Mm,
how life was, this way. But other than all these amazing fruits and vegetables and fruit trees and everything, of course, we've been eating meat a lot, and in Kazakhstan, you eat all kinds of meat,
mm-hmm.
including, horses and, all the other stuff. And my father was a hunter, so he would bring from his hunts, all kinds of wild animals. And so it's been just, our like culture, eating lots of vegetables and fruits for sure, yeah, but eating lots of meat, lots of duff, lots of pasta, lots of these kinds of
Mm-hmm.
food. And I never questioned, is it bad or good? I was just
Yeah.
eating it because that's the way you raised. And at 13, 14, I started having all kinds of issues, like like pimples all over my face. So I was like so shy about that. And there were no like concealers or stuff. You just go around with your pimples, right? And I started having my also body image issues. So I started like being a little bit, not overweight of course, but just like knowing that I have here some extra, here and there. And so at age of 13, I started doing
Mm-hmm.
aerobics classes. Imagine, like just like at this early age, just being in a gym and doing aerobics and stuff. And I had my auntie, who everybody said I so look similar to her, like we are almost one face. And she was, since very early age, she was like overweight. And so I had this in my mind, okay, if I look like
Mm.
her, I can soon be like her. And she's like this, she's like round, happy, very happy picture, very
Yeah.
happy person, but just like not looking the way I ever want to look, myself. And so I always had this, oh my gosh, if I will ever be like her, no way. And so I had to do all the diets, I had to do all the gym, I had to, always suffer from being, imperfect, and all this stuff. So since I was very, very little. And so none of these diets, of course, worked. And after Kazakhstan, I actually moved to St. Petersburg in Russia, where I had my marketing company. And life was good, life was awesome, but still, body image issues, always being on a diet, being happy, and from one perspective, but being very unhappy from inside. And then when I moved to United States, I already had 2 kids. And so I was in a moment when I wanted to move back to my weight, which is like very good weight. But after having kids, of course, you expand a little bit. So I had a quick period of time when I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to gain back to my weight. And so then when I discovered that you actually can eat vegan style. And I actually never connected it right exactly
Yeah.
to lose weight. I was more about when I watched Fox Over Knives and Food Incorporated, these 2 documentaries, like how what's going on actually in America and in the whole world nowadays, like how these animals are raised. And it wasn't like it was in Kazakhstan back in my childhood. It was completely different, all this farming and all that stuff. And there were like of course correlation with all the contemporary diseases and the reasons people die. And it's all about eating this unhealthy diet, which is processed foods, animal
Right.
products, all this fat and all this packages and all this all this bad stuff, which I kind of like suspected is happening, but I didn't know it's so bad till I watched these documentaries. And so these
Mm.
documentaries, first of all, turned me into vegan because I didn't want to participate in this, awful thing that's going on. And I wanted to live alone, and I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be, good parents for my kids. I was already a mom, so I was like more responsible for my choices because that's exactly, you know, how I gonna be with them, for how long, for how healthy I'll be with them, and how
Uh-huh.
healthy I can raise them. So it all was about that. But of course, deep inside me, it was also this, body image issue. So okay, that's why, because of all this
Yeah.
meat and processed foods, that's why, I don't feel great, I don't look great, and I want to be better and everything. So there were like lots of things going on at the same time. And so after we watched these documentaries and we decided, okay, it's not happening, we don't want to be contributors in this awful stuff, and all we need to do is to start eating fruits, vegetables, non-processed food, and all that. And we just came downstairs, we removed everything from our cabinets, trashed something, some gave to our friends, and neighbors, and we just started buying boxes of fruits, like seriously, like boxes of fruits, boxes of berries and greens
Wow.
and stuff. And so we started eating this way, and it's been a big, adventure. I didn't know what to eat, how to combine, how to make a smoothie, like how to make a smoothie. Like now you don't need any recipe,
Yeah.
you just put whatever you have in a blender, right, and you make a smoothie. I had no idea how to make a smoothie. I had zero idea how to make a vegan cheesecake. It's like, even this thing is even real, to make a vegan cheesecake. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I started like following other accounts, which 7 years ago there were just a few of them, but
Mm.
I was following all of them and asking questions and reading books and watching YouTube videos and everything, and that's how I learned, how to actually make it all happen. And I totally get when people are overwhelmed, they have no idea what is all this raw vegan about, like how to make this
Yeah.
whatever pasta dishes made of cucumbers or zucchini, how to make these creamy sauces which are like look so good and taste so good, and like I had zero idea. So I was there many years ago, and you just have to be open, and if you really want to learn something, you will. It's not so complicated as I thought, and
Yeah.
it's actually super easy. And yeah, that's why I like to keep my recipes simple. I don't have recipes with 25 ingredients. Usually it would be, I don't know, five,
Mm.
seven maximum, maybe in some specific recipes maybe a little bit more, but usually I try to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure that everyone has these ingredients. And so it's just like, in my opinion, when you see recipe with long list of ingredients with like 10 steps to follow, you probably will not even give this recipe a try. So I want to inspire people
Yeah.
to make these recipes. So my recipes are super easy, yummy, delicious, with lots of, ideas how to substitute one ingredient to another. So it's like you own your
Mm.
kitchen, you own your house. I'm just here to give a little bit guidance,
Yes.
little bit hint how to do this and that. Yeah. And so yeah, that's how it
I
started many
love
years
that.
ago. And now it's just my passion to it's my lifestyle. First of all, it's my life. I'm not like inventing something, I'm not living
Yes.
some other life, and I'm doing something like that.
Right.
And I'm not sharing about, I don't know, like mobile phones or something, like, which I don't care much. I'm sharing about just our
Yeah.
life, how we healthy, how we love it, how we, find it easy and delicious and wonderful, and how it's, kids always helping in the kitchen. And I'm trying to inspire other families and other moms and other, girls and other, women to
Mm.
make, to make a choice and just treat your body as a temple, and be healthy.
Yeah. So did that feel like a very natural transition then as you started to adopt it into your own life to take it further into your professional life and
Yeah,
become this raw
mhm.
vegan chef?
Yeah, so it's been so
Yeah.
natural, and seriously, I know lots of people who are afraid making this step, but then as soon as they start, eating all this food and drinking juices and eating like all this, like, raw lifestyle, like you begin changing completely. You have so much
Yeah.
potential, you have such a superpower, you can't stop sharing about it, and you
Mhm.
want everybody to know about it. And I know lots of people, they becoming whether chefs, or they becoming you know teachers, they teach about this lifestyle, or they open in their own
Mm.
vegan restaurants, or they open in retreat centers, because you just like you feel this mission, like you gain this
Right.
superpower, and you really want to share this superpower with as many people as you can. And it's amazing. Yeah, which leads us to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, which I want to hear about that.
Hmm.
But first, you're so right that it is such a powerful lifestyle. It's absolutely been that way in my life and my husband's life, and it's trickled down into other people in my family.
Yeah,
And so we have our sisters are vegan, and our parents are more plant-based. And so something that really stood out is that documentary Forks Over Knives was something that we watched too, and totally changed our perspectives. And they really focus on this whole food plant-based diet. So
yeah.
you can be vegan
Hmm.
and eat Oreos and chips and all of that and call yourself vegan, but that's not the health promoting way to live. So
Absolutely.
Whole Foods plant-based is this more nurturing lifestyle. And then you're talking about even kind of like a step further going to the raw vegan. Because I still think about like beans and just certain things you cook. And so were you taking those things out just because you learned just that fruit had everything you need, or tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, exactly. So you can get everything you need from fruits and from vegetables and from greens and from nuts and seeds and from avocado. So it's like
Hmm.
carbohydrates, proteins, fat, they all, in there. And if we lived in a country
Yeah.
with cold climate and, where we have like no fruits and vegetables available all year round, so then we might, go to rice and beans because, that's would be just like the way to go. As we live
Mm,
in California and we blessed
right.
here and having here all kinds of fruits and vegetables all year round. And actually now with all this, logistics, almost everywhere you can eat year round, raw foods. But as we have this opportunity
Yeah.
to eat this way, we eat in this way. And I actually have in my ebooks, lots of advice like how you can be raw vegan even in cold climates and how like there are some tricks and tips how you can make it possible. And I have lots of friends who live in Europe and they eat in
Mm,
this way and they are amazing and they, all also very, inspiring people about this lifestyle. So in our situation, like why would I eat beans if I can eat just lots of, like big amazing salad, and it has all the crunch, it
mm.
has all the flavor, and you make this delicious dressing for the salad, and it's just so good. Even our dog, Zephyr, he's right here. Oh, can you see him? He's here. Yeah, he is vegan,
Oh,
and
hi.
he's eaten so many, green smoothies and vegetables and fruits. Of course, he also eats V-Dog, which is a formula which has some lentils and flax meal and carrots and beets, already baked in his food. So he's not raw, but he's like 100% vegan, and he has zero problems with his energy level, with his fur, with his nails, eyes.
Mm,
Like everything's doing awesome with him. And so yeah, so there is always a choice. You can choose to eat beans and rice, but you can choose just to eat these fresh, amazing, delicious foods, which so for some people seem to be weird how you can be without protein, but actually every single fruit and vegetable and especially greens, they have so much protein. The thing that you eat and not little bit, you eat in a big quantities. And so when you eat it in a big quantities, you're perfect.
yes.
And my husband, he is a surfer and he's doing outrigger canoe racing, and he's like super athlete and he's raw vegan. And so he just eats like 2-3 times more than I eat because of his calorie, he needs calorie, much more calorie than I do. But he's feeling awesome. He has
Hmm.
so much to say, I actually think like he needs to share more, with other people about this lifestyle because it's like men's perspective, athlete perspective. And there are so
Yes.
many athletes, in actually all kinds of sports who are raw vegan, and they always saying that it's faster recovery, it's high level of energy, it's like no injuries. If injuries, it's very fast healing. So it's just like amazing, all the benefits. And then you realize, okay, that's the way it works, and you just continue doing it because you love the feeling. You love the feeling how you feel. You love
Hmm.
how your body feels all the time, and you just trust that it's the right way, and you keep going. Yeah.
It's so powerful. And I've grown up an athlete in a community of athletes. And so I've heard all of those,
Hmm.
different myths around how much protein you need and
Yeah,
what's healthiest and what's going to help you perform. And when it comes down to it, I love hearing that about everything that you're sharing, but especially your husband, being so athletic, because it's true, like these foods grew in the ground.
yeah.
They how could they not be the best things for us? And there's so much fear around food in a lot of ways,
Hmm.
that can be really really hard to talk about and answer some of the questions
And
sometimes.
the thing is, nobody promotes this, because it's like not very profit efficient, to promote
Yeah,
real food. But what we have all the advertising about protein powders, about, I don't know, like nut butter, supplements, all kinds of like
yeah,
food which was processed, packaged, and trying to be sold for you for a big amount of money. And they, of course, will tell you how you have to have it, you can't live without it, you will have this and this and this if you don't, take it. But nobody's talking about just eating
yeah,
real fruits, real foods. Nobody talking about this because it's not very profitable, and we just need to understand that
yeah,
it's your body, it's your life, and you actually in charge of deciding what is good for you, not any companies, not any, any other people.
yes,
Just, yeah, again, listening to your body and making choices which really makes you feel great. Yeah, not just good, not just so, but if you have to feel
yes,
great. And to feel great, you need to play around, like to see, combine these foods this way, eat in this way. And
hmm,
yeah, and your body will definitely tell you. And that's awesome, having retreat experience for people who never experienced this lifestyle in their
yes,
life. So it's great to have a retreat experience when for a week you just eat what retreat organizers give you. You just live this lifestyle for a week,
yeah,
and you see the difference, and you decide how you like it, how you want to get it deep in your life. And then after this retreat, you make a choice, yeah, whether to go to your old you or maybe to give this new lifestyle a little bit longer try.
right,
Yeah, and see how it works. Yeah, so that's why we
yeah,
actually we moving to Costa Rica very
yeah.
soon, and we building our
I was gonna
retreat
say, tell me
center.
about it.
Yes, yeah. So we building our retreat center where we're gonna, just introduce people to raw vegan lifestyle, to, living in harmony with nature, to appreciating, the whole gift of life, being less worried, being more connected with yourself, with people around you, with nature.
Mhm.
We're doing um, food
Yeah,
forest using all permaculture methods, and we're gonna have, very sustainable, place, and people will see how it's actually possible to live the life this way. Yeah, and so we starting
yeah.
construction very soon, and we're gonna have our first reservations hopefully December next year. So yeah, it's very big
Wow.
journey for my whole family because we all move in there. So we're gonna make it all happen. And yeah, that will be incredible, when we will be able to invite people, to have people, and yeah, to share with them what we create and what we believe, and how it really works, and how, it's such a just, unlimited possibilities we have, living a life where it's in harmony with yourself and
Yeah.
with nature and with, all around.
Yeah, truly.
Yay.
Truly, that is so incredible to be immersed in it, and I think it's something that is maybe a source of resistance for some people because they're like, how can I start to integrate this into my life? My life is so fast, and I have
Exactly.
my the things that are already routine, and so to change that is
Hmm.
stressful. So if you can bring people to an immersive experience where you just say, okay, this, don't worry about it, this is what we're doing this week, we're going to take care of you, it opens up this whole new world for them. So I love that you're doing that. This was another connection point for us because Jess and I, my husband and I, are planning some surf and yoga wellness retreats, and we've been looking for different locations. And
Yeah.
being a plant-based venue is a huge priority for us. And so when I came across yours, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go here when they
Yeah,
open.
yeah,
So
maybe your next retreats.
it's
Yeah,
so
we would
awesome.
love to have you guys. Yeah, because we have the best surf in the
Yes.
area, and we will have the best food,
Oh,
and like the whole jungle where we located is just gorgeous, and it's like, it's all in one. It's just all in one, and
yeah.
I'm very excited for all the people who will, visit us and who will spend good times. It's just, it's really, it's such a gift, having this opportunity, like, and it's like
It
universe,
is.
sets it all together. We have this opportunity to do this, and we really feel a
Yeah.
call in doing this, and we doing this, and it's just amazing. It's just so wonderful. And of course, yeah, we would love to host retreats, and with different perspectives, and including yoga and surf retreat for sure. And yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Excited for your retreat. It's coming
Oh,
up
I can
very soon
feel
in
the passion
December.
behind it.
It's in December, so soon.
Yes, it is. It is. It's coming up so soon, and we have already a great group of people signed up, and we're trying to get some more. But we're so excited for it, and then to see your retreat venue come to life will be so exciting as well.
Yeah,
And you truly are paving the way for this to be a more normal thing, to have retreat centers that are all raw vegan and really focused on living life like presently and in nature and disconnected from social media and phones and everything that, and then just and really taking in what's around you, because I think it is something that we just forget. We forget that our food is
we
being
forgetting to live.
cooked
Yeah,
out there in the sun.
exactly, exactly. We're so
Yeah.
overwhelmed, like so much going on in our phones and our heads, and it's just crazy, like how nowadays we are so disconnected. It's like, and people, like, some people, they realize it and they kind of work on it, but lots of people, they just don't realize. They live in this like fog, all the time. And
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we will open the door for lots of people, to reevaluate what you are, who you are, why you are
Yes.
on this planet, and what is your mission. Wow, what's your devotion? And like, yeah, lots of people through retreats like you guys
Yeah.
organize, and like we planning to organize, they will just find a new reality, which will be like a rebirth, for many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's so much beauty and so much life to be lived out there, and if we can help bring that to people, help them reconnect with that reality and the fact that they can be healthy and active no matter what age they're at, right? Is
Absolutely. Yeah.
truly life changing. So I love watching everything you're doing, and
Thank
you
you.
already are impacting so many lives. You've impacted mine, and I know it's just the beginning.
Oh my gosh, so happy to hear that. Like, it's truly amazing, and it's a big power of social media. Like for us to reach to so many people. But sometimes, I
Yeah.
wish I didn't have any social media. Because it's just like takes so much time and everything. But at the same time, I understand that's the way people connect, with me, and that's the way people ask me all these damn questions, and that's the way people, send me emails, and it
Yeah.
all goes, anyways, through all this social media. And so when you think in the way that I'm helping somebody through this, so it comes through different perspectives. So
Yes.
no, it's not me
Yeah.
spending my time. It's not me spending hours doing this and that, developing recipes, then posting, answering comments and everything. It's me helping somebody. And when you look through
Yes.
that, you help somebody, and you really save lives, and you really influence families, then it just comes to you like such a great realization. Oh my gosh, I love what I do, and I just love seeing
Yeah.
seeing how people change, and how kids' lives change, and how adults' life, and it's just amazing. It's wonderful. Yeah.
It truly is. Okay, my last kind of question for you, just because you have a really big following on social media, and I'm really curious, did you ever expect that to happen?
Of course not. I started my page, all this like 7.5 years ago, when I realized that sharing my fruity, raw recipes is not much interesting for my personal friends and my community, which I had on my personal page, which was, I
Mm,
don't know, like maybe 300 followers or something like that. And I just realized that they are not much interested in me posting every day, foods, and I don't want to overwhelm these people with, my friends and colleagues with my food creations. And so I just started a new page, which was
yeah.
devoted only to food. And it was many years ago when there were just a few accounts who were, in this very, very unique niche, like raw vegan, this kind of perspective. And but I started, following similar accounts, and I've been very active, and I've been creating pictures, and always pictures were beautiful and bright and colorful. And I've been starting being shared on many, many accounts, and in many, publications and magazines, online magazines and printed magazines. They just, one of a sudden liked the pictures, and they like the recipes, and they like that I'm so passionate and everything. So I've had the support from day one. It's such a
Wow.
great community, like raw vegan community, and like in general plant-based community is super supportive. And so yeah, I've been shared, reshared multiple times, and then by Huffington Post, I was announced as one of the 17 vegan accounts you have definitely be following. And in one day, 14,000 just bumped in
Wow.
my account. Yeah, it was incredible.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And still, on One Green Planet, I always been shared, and in lots of publications online, and published. Just like, being. I feel that I like being a contributor in whatever's going on, and all these publications, they like my energy and my recipes, and they always share me, and so it's like constantly, going on. Yeah, I never expected this to happen. That happened, but it's a big, it's lots of effort. It's like every day, I create pictures. Every
Yes.
day I create content. Every day I share this content, and being like very open, and discuss in all kinds of discussions and interviews and everything. So, but it's as it's part of my life, I'm super happy doing it. It's like it's my lifestyle. It's what I truly believe. It's what I truly passionate about. And so I'm just happy doing this every single day. I never even uh, call it a job or a work. It's just my life. And yeah, that's cool.
That's so special. That is something that I think a lot of people strive to get to that feeling, where you get to do this really fulfilling thing and you're passionate about it and it's a part of your life. So it's really beautiful to hear you say that. It just puts a lot of heart into what you're doing and keep doing it because you are amazing at it. You're definitely one of the ones to follow. So thank you for what you do and for inspiring us and for teaching a lot today on this lifestyle because I've been vegan for 3 years, but not raw vegan. So I'm learning from you all the time. So thank you for that. Before I let you go, will you please tell us where we can find you online to
Oh,
connect with you?
sure. I have my Instagram account, Pure Vegan Food. I have my website, mypureveganfood.com. But if you go to Pure Vegan Food on Instagram, I have all kinds of links, how you can connect with me, with all the courses I offer, and ebooks, and all the programs and everything. So I have it all there. Yeah, so let's connect. And I always check in my DMs. I love connecting with people on DMs. So I'm always, keeping an eye on all the questions and everything. So yeah, that's a good way to connect for sure. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Natalie. It was very nice talking to you, and yeah, we should go for a walk one day.
Yes, we live down the street from each other, so we absolutely should. So thank you, Lena, for sharing with us today. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. You guys keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome. We all on the right direction, helping others. That's the best. Thank you, guys.
Oh, yes.